Hi there, it's Trisha in her 60s. Thanks so much for joining me on this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous March day. It's like 80 degrees out here, which I know, yeah, silly for March in Nashville, but it is what it is. But it's finally maybe becoming warm where it's not going to be 30 the next day. Who knows? We'll see. But it's really gorgeous right now, so that's why I wanted to come out here. And I just wanted to tell you that you may be familiar, I think you know that I make products from my paintings, like, mugs and tote bags and throw pillows and things like that, and the scarves, of course. I love the scarves. I also make earrings like that. Now, the other products I have sent to a vendor, and the vendor makes the products from my from my images of the paintings, but the earrings I actually make. And so I wanted to show you how what that process is, because I had to make about over 100 pairs of earrings for the Frist Art Museum, and I will tell you about that project in a bit. But I was like, you know what? While I'm doing this, let me go ahead and videotape the process in case you're interested to see how that works and what's entailed in it. So the first thing I do is I take whatever painting that I want to use on the earrings, and I upload that image to a company that will make a DTF file for me, which is DTF stands for direct to film. It is basically prints out the file as many times as you need it, whatever size you need it, as you can see, on a special film that is worked by using heat transfer to transfer the image to whatever product or substrate you're going to be using underneath. Here I am getting ready to transfer the image to my earring blanks. In this case, they are a very, very light wood, probably like a balsa wood or something like that. It's very, very light, even though the earrings are a relatively large size. They weigh absolutely nothing, so I'm very happy with using these particular blanks. And then there is a small iron. I think you can actually use a real live honest to goodness iron if you want to. They make these irons that are perfectly flat bottom. There's no holes or anything, like there is in a steam iron. And it goes up to the certain temperatures that are needed depending on what your blank is underneath, whether you're doing clothing or whether you're using something else. In this case, I put it on its highest setting and let it sit for about 60 seconds while the image is transferred onto the earring blank. Because I had a lot of them to do, I would just take the one that I just finished, put it off to the side. It's very, very hot, so I let it cool for a decent amount of time, because not just because it's hot, but also to make sure that the image is really put onto the earring blank as well as possible, as good as possible. And there's no rush to do it. I like to get it till it's, totally cool. And then I just kept repeating the process over and over and over for, like I said, about 100 pairs of earrings in this particular case. As I think you can see here, I do change the orientation of the earring blanks from straight to angled off to one side or the other. That way each earring looks a little bit different than the other, so they're all a little more unique. All right, what you can't really see here because it's not in frame was once a pair of earrings on one side got cool enough, I would cut them in half so it's easier to work with, and then I would peel off the protective coating that was on the one side of the image and trim around the shape of the earring blank as best that I could, and then would repeat the whole process again on the second side. And in this particular case, both sides were going to have the same pattern, but again, the orientation is going to be just a little bit different, just because each one is going to sit just a little differently on the image itself. You can see here in the foreground with the teardrop shaped earring, I have already done both sides and am again getting rid of the protective coating and trimming around it so it actually looks like the earring shape that it will be. Here I am putting the image on the second side of this particular pair. Now, once I have the image on both sides, I use a small Dremel. Actually, to tell you the truth, this is actually a fingernail file Dremel, but it works really well for what I'm doing here. And I clean off all of the edges so that everything is smoother around, because you can only cut, so much. So I file each edge smooth, and I have to admit this is kind of fun. Well, the last step before turning it into actually a piece of jewelry is I take a permanent painting marker and go around the edges in a complementary color that works well with the image that is on the earring blank. It just gives it a more finished, professional look. I just think it looks really nice. And this is the step where it actually becomes a pair of earrings. The blanks did have a hole for the hardware to go into. Of course, that got covered up when you ironed on the image on top. So I have to poke through the image to find the hole and get that nicely rounded. These particular earrings are just going to be the type that have the hoop or the wire that just goes through your ear and hangs off the other side. It's not a post. It's just, the hanging earrings. And so I am now putting that hardware on this pair of earrings. So one down, one to go. I also add the little stopper on the back, even though you don't need it technically. I know some people like it, even with this style of earring, and also it helps it not fall off of the little hanging card. The hardware that I'm using is stainless steel, and so that way it is safe for, anybody's use, and it doesn't turn green or anything like that. And there you have it, a brand new pair of earrings. And if I find an imperfection, this is my last chance to fix it, as I'm doing right here. Well, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed watching how I turn my art, how I turn my paintings into earrings. And I really appreciate you being here. It really means a lot. Liking, subscribing, the whole bit really does help my little channel here. I'm just glad that we have this time together, and look forward to seeing you again soon. You take care. Bye-bye.